Why, hello! It's White Boy 7th Street here with some Call of Duty! That is a spot-on impersonation by Corsi from Gaming Legit. That's actually who's commentating this video right now. Anyways, guys, first actual Battlefield 3 footage for you, not the beta. The last video I posted, I realized it was Insane Acorn. It was still the beta, but he didn't even have the game available to him. So it was still safe to post that video, I think. Today I'm going to be using the support class. And the funny thing is I haven't used the support class at all. I think at this point of the video, I just unlocked the SAW light machine gun. I haven't even unlocked the mortars yet. And the strategy I'm going to be using, that's the big focus of this video. You're going to see me fail at it like 3 times in a row, but kill death ratio isn't really that important to me in this game. I think you should have a decent, like it should be at least 1 point or better. At least 1 point or better, because you should be able to make kills while you're pushing towards the objectives or trying to disarm and stuff like that. You do have a weapon, so you should be able to get kills. But as you are going to see, I get killed several times after arming this one MCOM. But it's not a new strategy by any means, but it's a support class strategy that needs to be addressed nonetheless. It involves the C4, arming the objective, and this goes for offense and defense. You arm the objective, or before you arm the objective, rather, you throw down a C4, arm the objective, then you run away, but you don't run too far. The sound cues in this game actually let you know when someone is unarming an objective, and as long as you don't have like choppers and jets flying over top of your head and tanks shooting and a bunch of explosions, you should be able to hear the sound cue of the MCOM attempting to be disarmed. And when you hear that sound, you just click your C4, and it's a great defensive measure, and it works for offense and defense. And so the reverse is that you plant C4 on the MCOM as a defense, and you pin yourself somewhere close next to the objective. Now, the thing that can kind of get edgy on this, and I could start seeing some hate mail and hate comments on this, is that this strategy can provoke a serious amount of campiness, and I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to throw the C4 on the base when you're defending and then just lay down by it and just wait 5 minutes till someone walks up to the MCOM and then get 1 kill. I don't want that. It's not what I'm advising at all. And I did a fail right here. What I should have done, I was already running too far. Yeah, this is like the first game I think I actually used the C4 in. So I was even noobish at this point. But I shouldn't have ran that far. I should have just ran around the other side of the building and just sat there with my light machine gun out. And then when I saw someone run into the building, switch over to my C4 and blow them up. But I don't want you guys to take this strategy and use it for defense. Plant it on the MCOM and camp your ass off and just sit there and wait for someone to walk up to the MCOM to blow them up. That's not the point. The point of it is that you can put a C4 on an MCOM and then navigate to a different point in the map. And you could be out doing your own thing, you know, killing a bunch of guys, you know, from defensive positioning. And you could even, they could arm the objective without you even hearing it. And as soon as you hear that thing armed, you can switch over to your D-pad as long as your reflexes are fast enough and get a kill on him before he even leaves the objective after arming it. And that just opens it up for your teammates to be able to run in there and disarm it. Or you could do the inverse where you're able to plant your C4 from a defensive standpoint and get around the building and get good line of sight up to wherever they're trying to come from. And, you know, have your light machine gun out. And as soon as you catch that sound cues of someone like around the corner from you in the building arming the MCOM, you should have enough time to be able to switch over to your C4 and get a kill on them. So it's a great defensive strategy as long as you don't abuse it and get too campy with it. The C4 can be destroyed by a grenade. This threw me all off right here. And then the getting up from prone takes forever in this game. You can't. It's not like Call of Duty, so you can't drop shot or get up and shoot it. So thank you, Ladder, for screwing me over, but it's okay because for some reason they didn't disarm this MCOM, so I got this MCOM. But for the offensive strategy, I mean, you'll be able to see it used. What's the most useful class to you guys so far in Battlefield 3? I'm going to do a separate video. It's probably going to be the next video that I'm going to make for Battlefield 3. It's about the Recon, and there's some serious issues with the Recon. And it's not that the Recon, you know, the biggest thing is like people are like, oh, Recons are just stupid because all they do is sit back and snipe. Well, that actually, there's a strategy involved with that I actually promote. But you have to be decent at it. You can't be a BK and like pretend like you're being strategic when really you're just camping your ass off trying to get like 1 or 2 cool snipes a game. But anyways, another video I'm going to be doing, there's something seriously wrong with that class. That all the other go on the other side of the freaking ladder, Corsi. Come on, there you go, got it. There's something wrong with that class. I'm going to address that in the next video. But the support class and the assault class, your bags that you can drop. Watch this. Sorry, I keep on cutting out, but I forgot about this point. Like, out of nowhere, what are the odds of this happening? This chopper just got blown up and lands on top of me, and look at my health. If you guys can see that on your screen. I'm running around with 0% health. That makes absolutely no sense. And then my life starts regaining, obviously. And then I'm sitting there, I'm looking through this fence, or this grate, and I'm like, you know what? I wonder if you could shoot through that. Huh, that might be a nice strategy later on. I might be able to pull that into a video. Anyways, there's still some kind of funky stuff going on in this game. The 0% health stuff is just mind-boggling. Weapons that you know for a fact are 2-shot kills. Like, they're 2 shots every single time. And you shoot a guy 2 times, and he kills you, and then you look at his percentage of health, and it's like 1% health. And you're like, no, come on. It's like the game just gave an excuse for why the guy's still alive. Because, honestly, he should be dead. It's kind of funky. And there's some misregistration there on that first guy that I was shooting at. But this game is vastly cleaner than what the beta is. And I am very curious to if when Modern Warfare 3 launches, a game that does not, Call of Duty never releases a beta, like ever. And I think it's to maintain the hype for the game. And so when you get into the game, nothing's ever been seen before. And so it's all new and all new content. And I agree with that in a certain sense because that's how I think games should be. And in the perfect world, that's how I would have liked Battlefield. And then so everything is self-discovery mode when you first get the game, rather than like in the beta. I generally knew everything that was going to be in this game. There was not that many surprises at all when the game actually came out. But the pro to having a beta, of course, or as Insane Acorn says, beta. Haha. Yeah, he's gonna love that. Anyways, I shouldn't have said that. Aw. No, there's nothing wrong with his accent at all. It's cute. That's why he's a director for Gaming Legit. I love him. He's the best ever. Anyways, of course, the advantage to having a beta. By the way, this strategy actually works. You can see me. I used the double kill. That's the strategy I'm trying to pitch to you right there. And that right there just led to this MCOM being taken. The good thing about the beta, I keep on getting sidetracked, is that, of course, when the game came out, there were so many fixes made to this game. It was way, way better than what it was when the beta was out. And that would not have happened if it wasn't for a beta. And so the beta was needed. But in a perfect world, if they had everything right the first time, I would prefer not having a beta. Just so that when you get the game, it's completely new. There's no serious leaked footage, and everything's just like brand new. Because that's how a game should be. Yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. Coming up pretty soon, I got a pretty badass ending clip that I don't think, well, it wasn't the ending clip of the game, but it was the ending clip for this video, because I don't want you to run you guys full of like 20-minute videos. But I don't think you've seen this yet, or done yet. And there's always going to be one guy that's going to be like, I've seen this, I do that all the time. But I haven't seen anything on YouTube. I haven't seen any of this show up yet. But yeah, the support class in general, let's just talk more about the support class. So you have these light machine guns, and the downside to having a light machine gun is this, that you're slow. But the nice thing about how this game works with the squad specializations, oftentimes when I'm playing with my buddy Bouncing Panda, or my buddy Alex, aka Breezy, or some of their guys that they play with, they usually will set it up so that one guy has a sprint squad specialization, and then another guy will have a suppression specialization for the entire squad, so on and so forth. And so the nice thing about that is that even though I'm running around with the light machine gun class, I don't feel like I'm super slow at all. One of the big arguments or big problems people have, and it's something that comes up quite often, is the problem with the bipods. People think that the bipods are a little bit overpowered, and the setting up the bipod makes the light machine gun just a beast. It does become beast mode, but you really have to be in the right spot to be able to set up your bipod. It's either that or you lay down on the ground and you set up your bipod there, and if you do that, you're extremely vulnerable there. I don't know why I wasn't shooting at this guy. I think it was because like I couldn't see him or something. Anyways, you're seeing some suppression assists. If you want to queue for what the hell? I just totally lost my train of thought. Oh, if you want a tip for what squad specialization to put up when you start unlocking them, I think the suppression one is one of the most valuable. The suppression does so much against the enemy. If you have suppression happening to you all the time, you'll get where I'm coming from. And especially if you have the squad suppression, that does so much against the enemy team. Because now you have 4 of your teammates putting fire on targets that is completely blurring their screens. It's huge. And of course, there's always this one guy that when the MCOM switch, and always at this part of the map before the cliff drops off, he's just sitting there waiting for guys to sprint up for the cliff. It's a pretty smart move. He's going to die eventually, but he's going to be able to get a couple kills before he has to transition to the bottom of the map. This is the ending clip. I think you guys are going to be pretty stoked on this. It's pretty badass. I want you to notice something here. When I take this vehicle, what I end up doing to a teammate that's laying down at the end of the cliff, I want you to pay attention to it. I'm giving a little bit of a heads up, and I kind of screw around here for a little bit. I can't get... there was a point where I was doing this, I was like, oh, damn, I'm not going to be able to do this. But then I was like, no, Corsi, you can do this. You've got to be able to squeeze this vehicle down there. And check it out. Apparently you can. Alright, line it up for the most epic drop off the cliff ever. If you guys have not seen this before. And look what I do to my teammate that's laying prone there. I send him off. He was laying there sniping, and then suddenly he's floating in the air. And so as if that wasn't cool enough, free falling a Humvee off of that cliff. I think I get a double kill. Unless I get a kill and a suppression assist or something. It's 1 kill. Nope, that guy gets away. Anyways, that was pretty badass. So that's it for this video. I want to direct you over to my last Halo video just because I love Halo so much, and I really want to push for more Halo content. I know that there's a lot of new games coming out, and a lot of you guys haven't really put in time for Halo, and you know, you might have your adverse opinions about the game, but it is one of the best shooters that's out there, guys. And I wish I could talk to each one of you individually and express my opinion and listen to what you guys had to say and bounce back and have a good conversation about it. But it is what it is. So please check out that video. As always, guys, subscribe. There's a recommendation. Check out the Facebook. Catch you guys later. Peace out.